What's up, dudes? I'm the Dominicator, the dominant male hypnotist, also known as Master Dominic. In this video, I'm going to hypnotize you to worship me. Also, I'm going to give you a compulsion to show your gratitude to me by buying me a gift. That suggestion is not absolute, and so you can watch the video anyway, even if you're not open to it, but know that it is there. As in all of my videos, you'll be asked to leave a comment at the end while hypnotized, so go ahead and log into an account that you can use for that. Mute any distractions, and continue when you're ready to get hypnotized. Then you'll notice how it seems to draw you in, and the more that you look at it, the more that it has a kind of magnetic pull about it, a kind of magnetic sensation that seems to draw you in. And at the same time, as you just listen to the sound of my voice, you'll notice a magnetic quality about it. That just seems to draw your attention in, and causes your mind, your concentration, your focus to be drawn into that circle pattern, even more so with each and every passing second, and with each and every word that I say. And you'll find that the sound of my voice has such a relaxing quality about it, that it just drips down and drops down on top of the mind, that you feel a feeling of heaviness about the mind, about the thoughts and the ideas, the stresses and tensions inside of your mind. Even as I speak to you, you can feel a kind of heaviness, a heaviness that's dripping and dropping down on top of those thoughts and ideas inside of the mind. And that is a feeling of your thoughts becoming heavier and heavier with each and every word that I say. And they're becoming heavier and heavier, and becoming so heavy that you don't even want to hold them in the mind at all. And all you want to do is just to let them go, is to let them float away. And so you might even feel that the circle pattern in front of you has such a strong magnetism about it, a strong magnetic force that it's drawing out all of those thoughts and all of those ideas from inside of the mind. And it's drawing them out. It's sucking them out. And as you just relax, as you continue to watch the circle pattern, and just listen to the sound of my voice, and you'll notice how much it relaxes the muscles in your body as well, and how much it drips down and drops down, that wonderful feeling of heaviness on top of each and every single muscle in the body. It just feels so good just to relax to the sound of my voice, and there's something pleasant about it as well. A pleasant feeling from the sound of my voice, just as if each and every word that I say were like a little tiny drop of pleasantness, dripping down and dropping down on top of the mind, dripping down and dropping down on top of each and every single muscle fiber in your body. That just feels so good to feel that relaxing, that pleasant, and that pleasantly relaxed feeling as you just continue to drop down, to sink down, to go down into a wonderful and deeply internally relaxed state of mind. That just feels so good. As you can also feel a magnetic, persuasive, a wonderful, warm and masculine dominant tone from the sound of my voice that just wraps around you just like a blanket. That just feels so good. So good to feel that wonderful feeling, man. It just makes you want to go down and drop down, to sink down, to slip down, even deeper, even further, even faster into a wonderful, completely internally relaxed and passive and even obedient state of mind. A state of mind which all that you want to do, and all that you can do, is just to listen to the sound of my voice and to follow it. Man, the more that you do so, the better that you feel. The better that you feel, the more comfortable that you feel with sinking down, going down and dropping down into that wonderful, deeply internally relaxed, passive and obedient state of mind. And in a moment, I'm going to snap my fingers and say the word sleep. And then when I do, then it's going to feel just as if an electric shock has gone through your body and your mind. And in that moment, the mind is just going to shut down all by itself. It's just going to shut down as all those thoughts and all those ideas, they just shut down. And the body is going to just shut down, relax completely internally. As you sink down, go down, and drop down, even further and even faster, under the sound of my voice, and under that wonderful warm and masculine dominance. Then now, sleep, sleep, sleep. Just sleep as you go down, as you drop down, as you sink down even further and even faster under the sound of my voice and under the wonderful warm and masculine feeling of dominance. That dominance that just feels like a fluid. That just feels like a pool of warm water that you can sink down into, that you can go down into, drop down into. And the further down that you go, the better that you feel. It just feels so good to feel that wonderful warm and masculine dominance. It wraps around the body and wraps around the mind just like a blanket. It gives you a nice and a safe and a protected feeling. And then it gives you a wonderful and warm feeling. And that just makes you want to sink down, to drop down, to go down even further into it. And all you want to do is just to follow the suggestions that I give you. And you find that the sound of my voice is so very alluring, so very pleasant. All you want to do is just to continue to listen to it. Man, the more that you take in my suggestions, the more that you want to follow them. The more that you follow those suggestions, the more that you want to receive suggestions. And the more that you do, the more that you just want to receive commands as well. You just want to feel even more of that wonderful, warm, and masculine dominance. And that just wraps around you. And that just wraps around the body and wraps around the mind just like a blanket. And that just feels so good. So good to feel that feeling of dominance over the mind. And the more that you do so, the more that you feel a wonderful and a mind-melting feeling as well. The feeling of the thoughts, the ideas inside your mind is melting. Just melting down, dripping down, dropping down inside of you. As the sound of my voice and my words, my suggestions, and my commands comes in and replaces them. And each and every time that happens, you just feel even better and better. And it just feels so good. All you want to do is just to take in commands. And the more that you take in those commands, the more that you feel them involuntary and automatic. Feeling a compulsion just to want to follow them. And to want to obey them. And that just feels so good. Just to feel that involuntary, that automatic compulsion to obey those commands. And the more that you do obey them, the more that you just want to take in, that you just want to receive even more commands. The more that you just want to obey the commands that I give you. And the more that you do, the more that you realize that I'm slipping into the role of your master. Man, even that word master, that just feels so good. It feels so good as you just imagine having an awesome, a dominant, a powerful master. A dominant male authority figure. He can tell you exactly what it is that he wants you to do. And by doing so, that you obey, and that you please, that you serve your master. And that is such a good feeling to have. Such an awesome feeling to have, just to know that you're obeying, that you're pleasing, that you're serving your master by following and obeying each and every order and each and every command that he gives you. That just feels so good, that you feel a wonderful feeling of happiness, of satisfaction, of achievement, of accomplishment, just by knowing that you're following, that you're obeying your master. There's no better feeling in the world. In fact, you feel a wonderful and a spine-tingling sensation each and every time that you hear that word master, and each and every time that you follow and you obey the command that I give you. Well, that just feels so good. It just feels so good just to obey and to serve your master. And the more that you think of just obeying and serving your master, just pleasing your master, the more and more that you feel a feeling of admiration, the more that you feel a feeling of attraction towards the sound of my voice, and towards that thought, that idea of obeying me. And the more that you feel as if you're owned, as if you're possessed, as if you're dominated by a master. And that just feels so good. It feels so good to feel that wonderful, warm, and masculine dominance wrapping around you. That just feels so good. All you want to do is just to wrap it even tighter around you, to sink down even deeper, to go down even further under that domination. All you want to do is just to show your appreciation, to show your affection for your master. You feel a wonderful feeling of being given purpose by your master. A wonderful feeling of warmth and of dominance that wraps around your mind. A feeling of being given purpose, being given function. A wonderful feeling of having a purpose and of having fulfillment. Just knowing that you're a servant for your master. That just makes you feel so good. It just makes you feel so good just to know that you can serve and that you can obey a master. To know that you can show that admiration, that you can show that appreciation for your master, and then that would be acknowledged. And that just feels so good just to know that you're pleasing that dominant male authority figure, an awesome and a powerful and a strong master. You feel such an awesome and a powerful compulsion, a magnetic compulsion that seems to be radiating from the sound of my voice. That just makes you want to bow before your master. That just makes you want to continue to obey, to continue to serve, to continue to please your master. You feel a desire, a completely and totally involuntary, automatic, magnetic compulsion that just makes you want to bow down even lower to your master, and to obey your master even more, each and every command, each and every order that it gives you, to serve your master in any way possible that you can. That just feels so good. It feels so good to be a servant for your master. It feels so good to worship your master, to show your appreciation, your admiration for that wonderful, warm, and masculine, dominant, powerful male. An alpha male who is worthy of dominating you. That just feels so good. So good to bow before your master, to worship your master. The very thought of that just feels so good. That's exactly what you want to do. That becomes exactly what you want to do. You feel a magnetic and a compelling force that makes you want to bow before your master. And that's exactly what you're going to do. In a moment's time, I'm going to bring you back up from the count of 1 to 3. And when I reach 3, I'm going to snap my fingers and you'll come into a nice half awake and half asleep state. A state of mind in which the thoughts, the ideas inside of your mind are still melted, and you still feel the magnetic and the compelling forces from the sound of my voice still inside of you. And while you're in that half awake and half asleep state, then you're going to leave a comment for me. A comment that says, I worship Master Dominic. You're going to leave a comment for me that says, I worship Master Dominic. And once you leave that comment, then you're going to bow. You're going to bow in front of your computer screen 3 times. You're going to bow 3 times as if you're groveling. As if you're a servant groveling before your master. And once you do, as you're groveling, you're going to feel an awesome feeling, a wonderful feeling of showing appreciation and admiration for your master. And just knowing that your master acknowledges that, and that just makes you feel so good. It just makes you feel so good just to worship your master. And once you finish groveling before me, then you'll come all the way back up into the waking world. But once you're back up in the waking world, you're still going to feel a compulsion and a desire to want to worship me even more so, and to want to attribute, and to want to serve your master even more so, to want to make your master even happier, to want to please, to obey, and to serve, to worship your master. And so, there's a link to a wish list, an Amazon wish list in the description, and I want you to feel that magnetic and a compulsive force that draws you towards that list. And just to look at the things that I might want. And to feel a feeling, a compulsive force, a magnetic force that makes you want to please, to serve your master. And that just makes you want to buy something and give a tribute, give a gift to your master. That would just make you feel so good, so very happy. Because you know that once you do so, you'd feel a wonderful and a mind-melting, a happy feeling wash over you. Complete and total happiness, complete and total bliss, mindless bliss just washes over you. As you know that you fulfilled your purpose as a servant by worshiping your master. That just makes you feel so good. That becomes exactly what you want to do. But regardless, soon I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach 3, I'm going to snap my fingers. When I do, you'll be in a nice and half awake, half asleep state. You'll leave a comment for me that says, my worship Master Dominic. And you'll bow down before me 3 times, grovel to me. And as you do so, you're just going to feel so good, worshiping your master. Now, beginning with 1, as you begin to rise up, to lift back up back into the waking world. And 2, coming up even further and even faster, feeling so much energy rush back into you. And now 3, eyes open. Alright dudes, like, subscribe, and check out my wish list below. Catch you later dudes.